Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a really important health topic. It's something that affects millions, often completely under the radar. We're talking about silent hypertension, a major, often overlooked threat to your health. Our mission today, to unpack what makes this condition so risky, and also to look into a really interesting new approach for supporting cardiovascular health. It involves some, well, let's say breakthrough research and a supplement called Cardio Shield. Stick around, some of this might really surprise you.
It's absolutely a critical topic. High blood pressure is incredibly common. Over 1 billion people worldwide are dealing with it. But the key thing, the really vital piece, is understanding why so many people just don't know they have it. That leaves them vulnerable.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. What exactly is silent hypertension? What makes it so, well, stealthy?
Right. So essentially, it's high blood pressure, but with no symptoms. None at all. You can feel perfectly fine, totally healthy, going about your day. But inside, your body is facing these increased risks for really serious stuff. Heart disease, stroke, kidney damage. Yeah, and that's why it's called the silent killer. It typically gives no warning signs, not until significant complications are already developing. See, undiagnosed, untreated high blood pressure just silently damages blood vessels year after year. You don't feel it, not until, a crisis hits.
That's the really insidious part. And the statistics you mentioned, they're pretty stark, aren't they? We're talking, what, over 1 billion people globally? And here in the U.S., it's like nearly half of adults have hypertension or are taking medication for it.
That's correct.
But this is the kicker, according to the WHO and the CDC. Something like 1 in 3 adults who have high blood pressure don't even know it. It's like a hidden epidemic.
Exactly. And those numbers really highlight the risk involved, the fact that there are no symptoms. That directly leads to a higher chance of heart attacks, stroke, aneurysms, because people aren't aware there's even a problem brewing, not until something major happens.
So what does this mean long term? If it goes unchecked, what are the consequences?
Well, they're significant. We're talking about a much higher risk for heart attacks, certainly heart failure, stroke, but also things like dementia, vision loss, even chronic kidney disease down the line.
These aren't minor things. These are life-altering conditions.
Precisely. And it really underscores why proactive support is so necessary, especially for people who might already be at higher risk, maybe due to family history, age, weight, or certain lifestyle habits. Regular checkups, healthy choices, those are crucial foundations. But sometimes more support is needed.
Right, and that more support, that's where things got really interesting in our research for this deep dive. It led us to look into some newer ideas, and specifically this dietary supplement, Cardio Shield. The information around it suggests it's based on research linking high blood pressure to something maybe previously overlooked. They call it a rogue molecule that apparently weakens artery walls. Is that right?
Yes, that's the concept. And the science behind this rogue molecule idea is quite fascinating. Research suggests there can be a buildup of harmful molecules. Specifically, scientists call them superoxide anions.
Superoxide anions.
But think of them like tiny bursts of damaging energy in your system. They're highly reactive. And the problem is these superoxide anions can essentially gobble up or reduce the availability of something called nitric oxide.
Nitric oxide, I've heard of that. That's important for blood vessels.
Extremely important. Nitric oxide is what tells your arteries to relax and widen. It keeps them flexible, ensures blood flows easily. It's vital for healthy blood pressure. But you see, when these superoxide anions build up, they effectively steal that nitric oxide. And over time, this does more than just reduce nitric oxide. It can actually trigger inflammation in the artery walls. That leads to stiffening, plaque buildup, which, you guessed it, pushes blood pressure higher.
Ah, okay, so it's a chain reaction.
Exactly. And formulations like Cardio Shield are designed, based on this research, to target those damaging superoxide anions. The aim is to offer a multifaceted approach by addressing that specific underlying mechanism, protecting nitric oxide levels.
That makes sense. So if this rogue molecule is a factor, how could something like Cardio Shield potentially help, maybe even preventatively, before problems really show up?
Well, that's really the focus: preventative support. The ingredients in Cardio Shield, which are based on scientific evidence, are chosen specifically to help promote healthy blood pressure levels, even if your levels are, already within the normal range. It's about maintaining that health. It also aims to enhance blood flow by helping blood vessels relax.
Okay.
And importantly, it's designed to help protect the artery walls themselves from that oxidative stress, that molecular damage we talked about. So when you combine it with a healthy diet and exercise, it's really about supporting overall heart health, building resilience from the inside out.
Which brings us right back to the main point, doesn't it? Because hypertension is often silent. Prevention and getting ahead of it, that seems absolutely critical. Waiting for symptoms just isn't a good strategy here.
It really isn't. Regular blood pressure checks are non-negotiable. A healthy lifestyle is key. And then considering proactive supplement strategies like potentially Cardio Shield based on this kind of research, it can be part of a comprehensive plan to defend your health before silent damage takes hold. Of course, if you have concerns about your blood pressure, the first step is always talking to your healthcare provider. They can help you understand your specific situation and discuss whether evidence-based support like Cardio Shield might fit into your wellness strategy.
That was a really insightful deep dive. I think the core message is loud and clear. The silent nature of high blood pressure means you have to be proactive. You need to stay informed. Understanding these underlying mechanisms and the support options out there is just incredibly empowering.
It really is, and it raises a broader question, doesn't it? If something so vital to our health like blood pressure can be silently causing damage, well, what other aspects of our well-being might be quietly eroding without us realizing it? How can we use knowledge, use proactive choices to safeguard ourselves more broadly? It really makes you think about the power of early intervention, of making informed decisions for your own health journey.
That's a fantastic thought to leave our listeners with. Really something to consider. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really encourage you to continue exploring, stay informed, and be proactive about your health.